Welcome to Whispering Pines Farm's YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer Johnson and I raise Shetland sheep for their wool. In this video, I'm going to be skirting a fleece that will be featured on my website in our fleece auction for 2024. It's a Roo'd fleece from RU Chelsea. Chelsea is a great catnugget ewe. This is her lamb fleece. And we got Chelsea through a process called artificial insemination, or I use the term AI as the abbreviation, which means we brought semen in from the UK and artificially put it in our ewes through a pretty arduous process in order to get fresh genetics, some more diversity in our flock, all sorts of, mainly to get some more fine fleece genetics here in the North America. And in that, I have a whole series of videos about that process. Doing artificial insemination with sheep is a little bit tricky, and I talk about it in that playlist, the whole process. So she's Chelsea is the ewes from that year. We were using the naming convention of UK football teams, and Chelsea is a city in the UK. I just thought it was a pretty name. Her fleece is pretty dense. There was one gray of the lambs who put up a big fight. I think it might be this one, because there's like a little bald spot here where she might have kicked up a fuss. Today it's like 80 degrees out and really hot, but the sheep are coming in here for a little break right now. They're over here in this section, which is where I usually put the lambs at night, just to make sure they don't get into trouble. Chelsea's spinning fineness is 20.3. I think because it's kind of pulled apart over there, I think that section I would maybe just hand card and not try to, clump it up into a lock to comb or to flick it. Much of this can be flicked. So kind of would be a hybrid preparation method, I would say, for this one. All right, let's get a photo of it. So this is a Roo'd fleece. I think she's the finest of all of the UK, I call them the UK lambs, that we ended up getting 6 ewes out of that process. All right, let's flip it over. Let's see what the back side looks like. I'm just going to do the one side. That side's going to take me a little bit to get it flipped over, just like you would expect to see in a catnugget, a nice variety of dark and light wool. And then we're going to get our lock. I'm taking that little piece of lock for me to keep so I can have some sort of data about this ewe when I'm talking about making breeding decisions and whatnot. Probably would never, I can't say never, probably would not be looking to sell this ewe because she is kind of special with those genetics that allow me to breed her with any ram in our flock, pretty much. A 3-inch staple is what we got here. So what I mean by that is you don't want to breed ewes and rams that are related closely. So we don't breed siblings or parents to children. Just a good health practice. Stuff sort of pops out that you don't want. And so that's our policy. So because she's got a sire who's from the UK, oh my goodness, and her mother, we tried to use ewes that weren't from our flock, that weren't our genetics. So her mother, let me think about this, Locala, Ilara, and Ophavia. So Ophavia was the only one that was from our genetics. So it's likely that, you know, she's not related to any of the sheep in our flock. Stopping in to say hello. There's Saloom. And let's get a weight on this. It was 28 ounces before I did a little skirting. So let's take a look and see where we end up. The skirtings right now I'm going to be using for doing some hand spinning. Up until this past weekend, I was collecting them in a pool for comb top, but that order has been shipped out. So the rest of the wool's for me. 25.8. $25.8 is the final weight, so that's the weight that'll go in the auction for Chelsea. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can come back soon.